Hey guys, it's Dan. So we are just at the coffee shop, just making sure that it's filming. We're just at the coffee shop. We got back from Prague yesterday about 6 o'clock. We had loads of fun getting home and playing with the little one, seeing the wife again, brilliant stuff. And so yesterday was Prague. Today we're back in Spain. Tomorrow we go to Cannes to do the yachting festival. That should be loads of fun. We're on this £5 million yacht. So if you can imagine that, if you could, just this huge enormous yacht. We're going to get some really good footage and we'll speak to you then as well. So that's really cool. And then on Thursday, so we're flying 9 o'clock into Cannes, and then we do the Cannes thing as you do, and then the next day we jump back on a plane and we're flying to England, and then Friday we pick up the kids, see the kids for a weekend, and then jump on a plane again, and then we fly all the way back to Spain. So just for this week alone, we've done Monday Prague, Tuesday's Spain, today's Tuesday, Wednesday is Cannes, and Thursday is the UK. And it's a lot of, it's an awful lot of travelling. There's not a huge amount of sleeping in all of that, frankly, unless you count sleeping on the plane. Because sleeping on the plane is not exactly sleeping, is it? It's quite hard work. But you know, it's like, is it worth doing that? Is that a good use of life force? Is that a good use of expending my time and my energies? And for me personally, yes, I would have to say it absolutely is. One of the things that came up for me in this last week was that actually, you know, we're going to be dead by the age of 80 or 90, maybe, right? Maybe we're going to live to 120, but who knows, quite frankly. So let's just assume that it's 90 for now. 92 and a half would be quite nice, I guess. But what that means is, you know, I'm 45 now, I've literally got 45 years left. I've had half my life. What else are you going to do? So, like, we've all got these goals and we've all got these ideas or these fantasies about who we want to be and what we want life to be like. And do I want to be hanging off the back of a yacht in Cannes? Yes. So how do we make that happen? And so that's one of the things that we've started to make happen. And, you know, are we going to start selling £5 million yachts? There is some potential that is possibly what we may end up doing. Is there potential that that's not going to work? Yeah, of course it is. It might be a complete waste of time in terms of the end result isn't the result that we actually want, but actually the experience of going to do it is just perfect. Gracias. So, there's my coffee just turning up there. That was my excellent Spanish. So, and tomorrow people will get to hear my excellent English, which my excellent English, that's what you're listening to. Oh, am I tired? My excellent French. So I tell you, one of the weird things about doing videos like this is that everyone's walking around just staring at you, looking like you're talking to yourself, because the camera doesn't look like a camera. It's on a little tripod, but it doesn't look like a camera, but you do look a bit weird, you just look like you're talking to yourself. But anyway, screw 'em. I don't care. So what's it all about? So, is it possible that the actions that we take actually won't get the result, you know, the ultimate result? Would I like to be selling £5 million yachts? You know, like one a week, one every 2 weeks, one every 3 weeks, whatever, one a month, one every 6 months? Yeah, of course I would. That'd be awesome. That sounds like loads of fun. Is there a good chance that that's not going to work? Yes, of course, there's a good chance that's not going to work. Is it fun? Is the process of doing that, even though it might fail, is that fun? Yeah, of course it is. So it's like weight loss. So, you know, if you're 15 stone, you want to get down to 13 stone. I mean, bear in mind, I'm not saying that losing 2 stone is fun, but you could make it fun, right? So, like, instead of having to go to the gym and run for an hour or two every day, which is very beneficial for you, and you would lose the weight, is there something else that you can do? So, like, I was going to the gym and I was running for half an hour, getting my 3 miles in, and that was great, but, you know, it's not exactly the most amount of fun. So now I go down to the outdoor basketball court with the guys, about 30 guys there on a Friday night. We all play basketball. It's awesome, and we play for 2 hours. Is that equivalent to running 3 miles? Probably. In some way it's maybe slightly different because the activity is slightly different. But am I going to lose weight? Yeah. Would I lose as much as I want? Maybe, maybe not. But is the process enjoyable? And the answer is yes. And if you can continually make that process enjoyable, then you're going to continually move towards you getting those results. So as going to Prague for 6 days, 5 days, I don't even know how many days. So someone sent me an invoice on Wednesday, and today is Tuesday, so 6 days, right? And they're like chasing me up for this invoice, and I'm like, oh, you just sent me it. It's like, no, I sent you it 6 days ago. And I'm like, whoa, where those 6 days gone? It feels, and I said to him, I'm so sorry, I've been in Prague, I've been in training, been in some mindset stuff, and I've lost a little bit of time, frankly. Not quite sure where that time's gone. I mean, I was going through this amazing training, but when I step back into the real world, suddenly I've lost 6 days, and it's like the world's moved forward a little bit. But is it worth me investing that 6 days? So if that 6 days is here, and that leverage moves me to where I want to get to, is that worth it? If those 6 days a worthwhile investment for me to put my time and money and energy into, and maybe losing a few days as well, like I'm still struggling to realise what day it is today, is that worth it for the rest of my life? Yeah, of course it is. Is it worth it for you guys to do that as well? Is it worth it for you to invest in yourself a lot of money, a lot of time, 6 days away from wife and kids and that sort of thing? That's hard work, right? But is it worth that investment? Well, the ultimate answer, and only you can answer, is what are you going to do when you get back? What am I going to do with that once I get back? And for me, I've had some massive breakthroughs this week. My life purpose has been repurposed, if you like. I've had some big breakthroughs about what it is about who I am and how I see the world and how I want to present myself in the world, and that's been really powerful for me. Has that been worth paying all that money and spending all that time and going without sleep and being generally tired and so on? Of course it is. But only I can determine that. Nobody external to me can determine that. Sometimes even your partner can't determine that. So when you're discussing things with your partner and go, oh, I want to go do this, so for example, we've got a 3-day training here in Spain. It's called, I remember it because we just made up the name. We think it's a cool name. So it's a Life Enhancement Activation Program, or LEAP for short. And when you want to take the leap, see what we've done there? So when you want to take the leap, like, the changes that you need to make, okay? So you know them on an unconscious level, but when you're trying to explain these changes to other people, you're trying to explain them on a conscious level. And we're using this really terrible methodology of communicating with other people that we call words and language. And so, the example I always use is, how do you describe love to someone? An alien lands, describe the word love. Like, it's really difficult to do. So, but we're just using these really clumsy methods called words to explain why we should go on a 3-day training course that's potentially going to cost thousands and thousands of pounds. So how do you even explain that? And that's really difficult to do. And I've done this as well, where I've gone on a training course and you come home and your mum and dad, for example, and they go, what did you learn? I'm like, I've just done a 6-day training course. How can I explain what I've learned to the same level and depth that I've got 5 minutes to explain it to you in? It's not possible. There we go. So can you believe that they are banging while I'm filming? Honestly. So all this stuff is sent to testers, isn't it? So do we continue? Yeah, let's continue, because that's just life, isn't it? Life gets in the way. We have all these interruptions that distract us, that try and take us off our purpose, distract us from doing a video. All these background noises of people turning up with beer barrels and things. That's just life, isn't it? There's lots of things to distract us. But the question is you going and doing that training, is that going to be worthwhile for you? Because if it is, then you need to go do it. And if other people go, well, I'm not sure if you should do it or not, really, what's it got to do with them? Especially if some of the training is for you to have this change that fundamentally you need, and this is the change that you're going to get over the next, over the next 10, 20, 30 years, however long you got left. And is the change going to be deep enough that it will last over that period of time? Well, it depends what the training course is. So like the Life Enhancement Activation Program is a program that, literally it's 3 days, full on NLP, hypnosis, a whole bunch of lifestyle changes that happen up here. This is where lifestyle changes, you see. People think it happens outside. Here we are sat by the beach, I'm just looking at what we've got, and look at that, it looks amazing. You don't even, look, I'm pointing on the phone to show you, and you can see it behind me. But, this is where we live now. But this lifestyle didn't start here. We didn't just wake up here. This lifestyle change that we're now living started as a decision. We were driving down to go, and I was presenting on stage at a wealth creation event. And we were driving down, I was talking to the wife, and she was really unhappy with working as a school teacher in the United Kingdom. And any school teachers, by the way, listening to this, you will automatically know exactly what we're talking about. She'd come home at 6 o'clock, stuck an hour in traffic. She'd come home, we'd have some food, she'd do work, she'd cry, and she'd go to bed. And then the next day would be the same, the next day would be the same, and then we couldn't wait until the weekend. And that's basically what happened. That's nowhere to live. So on the way down to this event, I was asking her, well, how about if you teach somewhere else? How about if you teach in a place that's not the United Kingdom? And we're like, well, where? So we looked online, we found a couple of places where we were checking out the rental values. You know, we weren't going to buy when we moved out, but we checked out the rental values, and the rental values were really good. And to this day, we still rent, by the way. We don't buy. We've got all the investments in the UK. People go, but you're an investor, you should be buying. And it's like, no, we don't know what we're doing yet. And we've been here 4 years, we still don't know what we're doing. We don't understand the culture properly. We don't understand the systems. We don't understand how it all works. So we want to wait until we understand all that. So we rent. And so the first bit was looking, how much is the lifestyle going to cost? And I'll tell you, the lifestyle costs us. So it's a fly around me. There's a 4-bed villa with a swimming pool next to the beach, and it's like €1,000. Like, what can you get in the United Kingdom for that? So anyway, she was really disappointed with working in the United Kingdom. So we checked it out. We were driving down. Is that my phone ringing, by the way? No, I think it's just music coming from the cafe. So we were driving down, and we did a little bit of research, and she realised that she didn't want to work in England anymore. We found access to cheap property, that was fine, and then we were looking at jobs that she could go do. She found a job. So this was in February. We flew out for a job interview in April. She got it there and then, after like a 3-hour interview. I'm sat in the car for 3 hours, we didn't know what was going on. And that was in April. We were getting married anyway in July, honeymoon in August, and then we moved in September. And here we are 4 years later. But lifestyle we didn't wake up one morning and go, oh look where we are. That lifestyle starts up here, and that lifestyle change, it has to start up here. It doesn't start anywhere else. If you want to change in life, you've got to go back internally and work out what are the changes that you want. So there's a couple of questions really. First one is, what do you want? Okay, what do you want? What's it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like inside? What are other people going to say to you when you have that lifestyle? Are they going to go, yeah, it's not bad? Or are they going to go, wow, that's amazing? So when we talk about our lifestyle, and whenever we go out somewhere, like back in England, everybody wants to talk to us about our lifestyle because it's amazing and it's different. So that's the first bit, what do you want? The second bit you've got to work out is what do you want? What do you not want? What is the problem and what is not the problem? Okay, so it's some Cartesian logic comes in for those NLPers amongst us. So knowing what you want is one thing, but also you've got to work out what you don't want. Now people are really good at knowing what they don't want. Well, I don't want this and I don't want that. Yeah, but what do you want? What do you want? And you can start writing down exactly what it is that you want. So this little 2-minute video has turned into a 13-minute video. But I just wanted to get this and I wanted to share it. So these are some of my changes that's happened, but it all starts in the mind. It doesn't start in the physicality. It starts in what do you want, and you've got to start working out what you want. And once you know what you want, sign up and go on the training courses and get that lifetime investment. You get a return on that investment at some point in your future. For some people it's like almost instant. They get the breakthrough and they're like, oh my god, why did it take me so long to understand this? And then for other people it takes a week, and other people it takes a month. And other people, like, they wake up 20 years later and go, oh, I get it now. And the jigsaw puzzle comes together, all the jigsaw pieces, it clicks. And so what is it for you? But you've got to start by having that conversation. If you want to have that conversation with me, even pick up the phone, fill in the form, and let's have a chat. If you want to come over to the villa and do the Life Enhancement Activation Programme, it's a brand new name for it, and eventually I'll start to remember what that is, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, who knows. If you want to have that conversation, start talking about the changes that you want in your life, and how you want to make your life, and how you want to design it, and how you want to live it, then let's get in touch. Alright guys, I hope that's really useful for you, and we'll speak to you on the next video. Take care.